Have you ever understood English at home, but completely failed in public? That was me. I thought my English was good. I could read articles, I could understand YouTube videos, I could pass tests. But one simple moment changed everything. I stood in front of a restaurant counter, looking at the menu above me, and when the cashier smiled and said, "Hi, what can I get for you?" my mind went completely blank. My heart started beating fast, the line behind me grew longer, and I thought, this is just food. Why is this so hard? And then something worse happened. The cashier asked me a simple question, and I answered completely wrong. She said, "For here or to go?" And I smiled confidently and said, "Yes." She looked confused. The people behind me started to look at me. My face turned red. I realized I did not understand the question at all. She asked again, a little slower, "For here or to go?" I finally understood. "Oh, eat here or take away." I whispered, "For here, please." "Repeat with me. For here, please." Again. "For here, please." Hello, my dear friend. I am really happy you are here today. If you have ever felt nervous ordering food in English, if you have ever pretended to understand but did not, if you have ever smiled and said yes when you were not sure, then this story is for you. Today, I want to take you to a small restaurant, not a classroom, not an exam room, just a simple place where people order food. Because sometimes the most powerful English lessons happen when we are hungry and afraid at the same time. A few years ago, I traveled alone to another country. On my first evening, I decided to be brave. I would eat at a local restaurant. I told myself, you have studied for years. You can do this. It is just ordering food. Very simple. I practiced in my head while walking. I would like, can I have, thank you. Simple sentences, calm sentences, perfect sentences inside my mind. But when I opened the restaurant door, everything felt different. It was noisy, people were talking fast, dishes were clinking, music was playing softly. I walked to the counter, the menu was high on the wall, so many words. Some I knew, some I did not. Then it was my turn. The cashier looked at me and smiled. "Hi there, what can I get for you?" I froze. I knew this question, I had heard it in movies, but in real life it felt faster, softer, different. For a second, I thought about stepping aside and letting the next person go first, but I stayed. Let's practice together. Imagine you are standing at the counter. The cashier is waiting. Take a slow breath. Now repeat after me. "Hi, I'd like a cheeseburger, please." Again. "I'd like a cheeseburger, please." One more time with a little more confidence. "I'd like a cheeseburger, please." Good. That sentence can save you. Back to my story. My voice was quiet, but I spoke. I'd like a chicken sandwich, please." The cashier nodded. "Sure. Meal or just the sandwich?" For 1 second, my mind went blank. I knew these words yesterday, but in that moment, they felt like new words. I wanted to say, anything is fine. I wanted to escape. Meal? Just? My brain started running. I knew these words separately, but together they confused me. The line behind me moved. I felt the pressure. For 1 second, I almost said, just sandwich, but I stopped. I chose a full sentence. "Sorry, could you repeat that, please?" Repeat that with me slowly. "Sorry, could you repeat that, please?" Again. "Sorry, could you repeat that, please?" This sentence is powerful. It gives you time. It shows courage. The cashier smiled and said more slowly, "Would you like the meal with fries and a drink, or just the sandwich?" Ah, now I understood. "I'll have the meal, please." Repeat with me. "I'll have the meal, please." Notice the rhythm. "I'll have the meal, please." She typed something into the computer, then she asked, "What would you like to drink?" That question was clear. I felt a little more relaxed. Coke, please. She continued, for here or to go? Again, my mind paused. For here, to go. I had studied this, but in that moment, everything felt heavy. Let's practice. Repeat after me. For here, please. Now say, to go, please. Good, short and useful. I answered, for here, please. She nodded. Anything else? Anything else, another common question. I shook my head. No, that's all, thank you. Repeat that. No, that's all, thank you. Then came the next challenge. That'll be $8.95. $8.95. Numbers. Why do numbers always sound so fast? I quickly looked at the screen. 8.95. Okay, I understood. I gave her a $10 bill. She asked, do you need a receipt? Receipt. I knew that word, but it took half a second to find it in my brain. No, thank you. She smiled. Your number is 27. We'll call you when it's ready. Your number is 27. Repeat with me. Your number is 27. Good. I stepped away from the counter. My hands were slightly shaking, but I had done it. I had ordered food in English. It was not perfect, my voice was not strong, but I survived. But surviving is not the goal. Living in English is the goal. I sat down at a small table. I listened carefully to other orders. A man said, "Can I get a large coffee?" A woman said, "I'll take a salad, dressing on the side." Dressing on the side, that was new for me. After a few minutes, I heard, "Number 27. I stood up and walked to the counter. The staff member handed me the tray. "Here you go. Enjoy." "Thank you." I went back to my table and looked at my food. It looked normal, simple, but to me, it felt like a victory. While eating, I thought about something important. The fear was not about food. The fear was about speaking. The fear was about making mistakes in public. But when I spoke, even with mistakes, nothing terrible happened. No one laughed, no one shouted. The world stayed calm. The next day, I decided to challenge myself again. This time, I would order coffee at a small cafe. The cafe was quieter, soft music, warm light. The barista smiled and said, "Hi, what can I get started for you?" What can I get started for you? Another way to ask the same question. English is like that, many ways to say one thing. I answered, "I'd like a latte, please." She asked, "What size?" Size, small, medium, large. I knew this. Medium, please. Then she asked something new. Hot or iced? Hot or iced? Repeat with me. Hot, please. Now say, iced, please. I said, hot, please. She smiled. Name? Name, so they can call you when the drink is ready. My name is Anna. Repeat. My name is. Say your own name. Good. She wrote my name on the cup. Then she said, "That'll be $4.50. This time, I understood quickly. I paid. I waited. When they called my name, I walked up confidently. "Anna." "Yes, that's me." She handed me the cup. "Have a nice day." "You too." Two simple words. You too. Repeat that. You too. On the way back to my hotel, I realized something had changed. The first day, I felt fear. The second day, I felt nervous but stronger. English did not become easier overnight, but I became braver. Let me ask you something. How many times have you avoided ordering in English because you were afraid? How many times have you pointed at the menu instead of speaking? It is okay. We all do that. But every time you avoid speaking, your fear grows. and every time you try, your fear becomes smaller. Ordering food is one of the best ways to practice real English. The sentences are short, the situation is clear, and you repeat similar patterns again and again. I'd like. Can I have? For here or to go? That's all, thank you. These are not big grammar structures. They are daily tools, and tools are meant to be used. One evening, something unexpected happened. I went to a different restaurant. This one had table service. A waiter came to my table and said, "Hi, my name is Mark. I'll be taking care of you tonight. Can I start you off with something to drink?" That sentence was longer. I focused on the important part, something to drink. "Yes, I'd like some water, please." He asked, "Still or sparkling?" Ah, that question again. This time I was ready. "Still water, please." He smiled and said, "Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes?" Ready to order? Need a few more minutes? Repeat with me. I need a few more minutes, please. Good. That sentence gives you time to read the menu. I answered, "I need a few more minutes, please." Later, when I was ready, I said, "I'd like the grilled chicken, please." He asked, "How would you like that cooked?" How would you like that cooked? That was new. I felt a small wave of panic, but I remembered something important. I do not need to understand every word. I just need to understand enough. "I'm sorry, could you explain that?" He said, "Well done, medium, or rare?" Oh, now I understood. Medium, please. When the food arrived, he asked, "Is everything okay?" Repeat after me. "Yes, everything is great, thank you." This is a very useful sentence. At the end, he brought the bill and said, "Whenever you're ready." Whenever you're ready. Such a polite phrase. I paid and said, "Thank you, the food was delicious." He smiled. "We hope to see you again." Walking out of that restaurant, I felt different from the person who stood frozen at the first counter. My grammar was not perfect, my pronunciation was not perfect, but I was communicating. I was living in English. Here is the truth I learned. Fluency does not start with big speeches, it starts with small orders. One sandwich, one coffee, one simple sentence. Confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes after speaking. Say that with me. Confidence comes after speaking. If you are watching this in your room right now, maybe you feel safe. Safe with subtitles, safe with slow audio. But real growth happens when your voice shakes a little and you speak anyway. The next time you are at a restaurant, do not point. Speak, even if your sentence is short, even if it's not perfect. Say, "I'd like a burger, please." Say, "For here, please." Say, "That's all, thank you." Each sentence is a small victory, and small victories change your life. If this story feels like your story, if you have ever stood at a counter with a racing heart, then you are not alone. We are learning together, step by step, order by order. Keep practicing, keep shadowing, listen and repeat, again and again, slowly, naturally, patiently. And if this video helped you feel a little braver, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. We will continue practicing real English for real life, one simple conversation at a time.
Before we finish, let's shadow 3 key phrases slowly together. Listen carefully and repeat. I'd like a chicken sandwich, please. Sorry, could you repeat that, please? For here or to go? Say them again tonight. Say them tomorrow. And remember, your English does not need to be perfect to order food. It just needs to be brave.